And welcome to Inkabi for Trading Academy. Here you're going to enter master price section at Inkabi. Today is was fundamental technical analysis. Yeah, so we're gonna cover my basics. Yeah. So before we start, please subscribe to the channel and ensure with after the video you take the quiz. Yeah, we have a quiz planned out just for you. Yeah, right. So today we're going to be introducing you to the market structure or the nature of the market, right? So there are three market conditions. There's a bullish market or an uptrend, and then during an uptrend, prices move to the upside, creating higher highs and lows and higher lows. And then there's a bearish market which is a downtrend. In a downtrend, there are lower highs and lower lows. Yeah. So and then we have a ranging market. A ranging market it's a consolidating market. Yeah. So there's no clear direction of where the trend is. Yeah. So yeah, those are the three market conditions that we have. Yeah. So let me show you how do these market conditions happen. Yeah. On the charts. Yeah. Right. So in a bullish market, we could have something like this. Yeah. So maybe price starting from here, and then like going to the downside, and then yeah, and then impulsing like this, and then coming back to test here. Yeah. All right. So this is a bullish market. Yeah. This is a bullish market. Yeah. So in a bullish market, what you should know is you see this was the first leg that went to the upside, and then this one it didn't break the low of this one. Yeah, so that's why we have a higher high. Yeah, this is a higher high, and then this is a higher low, right? This is a higher low, and then on this side we have another higher high, and then a higher low, a higher high, higher low. Yeah. So yeah, that's the reason why sizoba in a bullish market. Yeah. So like my prices are trending to the upside. Yeah. Yeah. So we have something like that. All right. And then we have a bearish market. So in a bearish market, my prices trend kanje. Yeah. So my price come kanje, and then going to the downside, and then you see lama moves lawa asuke against the trend. So kumele kube ukuthi ayi-break i-high or low. It depends on the direction ozobe uyithathile, yabo. So yeah, that's how it happens. Yeah. So if you can see on this market, i-price ibiqale lapha and then yeza la, yabo. So and then as imuva iza la, ayibreakanga leya high leya. So then eqhubeka impulses to the downside, yabo. And then when it reversed futhi yaphinde futhi yajika in this area. Yeah. So then this is a bearish market. Yeah. So prices are trending to the downside. Yeah. So it's a downtrend. Yeah. So another market we have is a ranging market or a consolidating market. So in a consolidating market, there's no clear direction of where the trend is going towards. Yeah, so you could be having something like this, like my prices are okay in the same area. So sabathe ya breakouts are loose. So it's just a price okay in the same areas. Yeah. So if it's a case like this, we have highs and lows. There are no higher highs and there are no lower lows. Yeah. So it's just price playing in the same areas. Yeah. So these are the three conditions that we have in the market. Yeah. So now let's learn more about those conditions. Yeah. All right. So okay, we have support and resistance. Support is an area where we expect buyers to gain strength to influence price to go up. Once a support area is broken, it becomes a resistance. A resistance is an area where we expect sellers to gain strength. Once a resistance is broken, it becomes a support. And then we have zones. Zones are an area where we expect price to find support or resistance. Yeah. So yeah, on support and resistance, let's see, we'll see how do these work kuma structures is now. Yeah. Right. So in a bullish market, yeah, we're gonna learn on a bullish market how does support and resistance work. Yeah. Okay. So as besikhuluma ukuthi-ke ama-prices are trending to the upside. Yeah. So as a trend to the upside, that's is high. Yeah. So angithi ibikalela i-price and then impulse izala and then izala. So as ijikela yazala, so we're gonna take this one as our point esilindele ukuthi lizokhanda ini i-reversal. Yeah. So there's a possible reversal engenzeka la, yabo. So hence sizoyibiza ngani nge-resistance. So as price izala, we expecting ukuthi izoba resisted ukuthi phezulu and then influence kuye phansi, but then eventually it breaks. So as it breaks, this area which is our resistance turns into a support. Yeah. So as it turns into a support, price phezulu, right, the way it did, and then when it comes to test, it should test that area ebikade resistance. So kumbula eqaleni we have this leg. Yeah, this leg going to the upside, and then when it reaches this point, correct izala, and then when it went up, it broke this one, which we expected ukuthi ibizoba isi-resistance yethu. Yona ebesikilethe izo-resist i-price ukuthi iphezulu. So then ayangakhona uku-resist. So as ingakhona uku-resist, so it's the same point that we expecting ukuthi-ke kuzomele i-support i-price to continue moving to the upside. And then this is what happened. So i-price came here and then went to the upside, yabo, with the support of this area. Yeah. So another thing, as a price is going to the direction. Yeah. So okay, these are the points as is coming out right now. Okay, the first point and then the second point. All right. So now the price is moving from here. So it's gonna have to reach this point. So as it goes to reach this point, we also expect a price ukuthi izo-reverse ama-figure la. So izothola i-resistance. So if it told resistance, izomele iye phansi. But then eventually break. So as it breaks, sesiyazi ukuthi okay, now we expect the price ukuthi izothola i-support from this area. So then the price yabuya izotest at this area and then continues to go to the upside. Yeah. So that's how support and resistance works. Yeah. So yeah, this area, which was our resistance, has now turned into what? The resistance is now turned into a support. Yeah. This was a resistance, right? And then here it turned into what? A support. This was our resistance, and then it turned into what? A support. Yeah. So then price kubeke phezulu. Yeah. So in this case, we also expect ukuthi a price mayifika la izofika nakhona ithole resistance, but then yeah, it fails, and then so as it failed with resistance, so expected price ukuthi ipushe iye phezulu. So that's how it works with the bullish market. So then we have a bearish market. So in a bearish market, right, let me clear this first. Right, so now we're dealing with a bearish market. So in a bearish market, we have a price starting from here. So as it moves easily, we have this area. So it's a lana rejector. So as it rejected, should see if it's tester somewhere. So as it goes, it will test a lapa. So we expect a price ukuthi mangabe isifika la izothola i-support. So i-support izokwenzani influence price ukuthi iye phezulu, but then it breaks. So as it broke here, so i-support ishintshile indaba yayo yabo. So as it broke here, i-support yethu iphenduke ini i-resistance, and then influence the price ukuthi iye phansi. Right, so let me do the same thing on this one. Okay, we have this and then thing here. Okay, so we have the first leg, and then price is ala, and then it corrects is ala, and then impulsively is ala. So this area basically is over resistance, yeah, break here, and then is ala. So as is ala, the area is over resistance yethu yabo. So now is over support yethu, it has now turned into a resistance. Yeah, so it has now turned into a resistance. So it's what influences us ukuthi siqhubeke se phansi. Yeah, so and then as the price iya phansi futhi, as price iya phansi, we expect ukuthi once price reaches this point, it should change the direction and go up. But then the price here break la, as it breaks, we still expect the same thing. We expect the price ukuthi it push easy la, and it has broken here. So because it is broken, we are now expecting ukuthi ama sales as a kubeka. So we expect a retest here and then a continuation to the downside here. So that's how it is with the bearish market here. Okay, so now we're gonna be dealing with the ranging market. Yeah, so in a ranging market, we have a case whereby there's no clear direction of where the trend is going to, right? Okay, so let's see what is anticipated in a bearish market. So we have a price la and then izala. Okay, so as izelana, big at this one. All right. So as sibegile we expect to price is somewhere and then your break lapha. So kuzobe kusho ukuthi siyabuy, but then price I drop is somewhere around there. Okay, and then see place it this one. So now we're dealing with what? This is our first point. This is our first point, and then this is our second point, right? So now we're approaching our third point now. So we have these two areas. So now we're expecting price would see it break one of these. So as it breaks one of these, we're going to be expecting we're going to be having a clear direction of where the trend is supposed to go, right? So and then price suddenly just turns, comes back here, and then also respects this area. So okay, price just turned halfway from here. Okay, so now we're expecting something else. All right, so price comes here. So as it comes here, we expect price would see. Yeah, this is what we're expecting. So price is coming from here. As it comes from here, we expect price was okay. maybe result. This is what we're expecting. Okay, let me change the card. Yeah, so we expect price what is and then does this and then go down. So then we'll be having in a downtrend, right? So another case is an expector is something like this. So we expect a price, we would see is somewhere around there, and then your breaker lapha, right? So that's what we're expecting. So okay, let's see what the price ends again after we expect those moves. Yeah. So in this case, we have these points. So then the price vele push is la. So as a figure la, ifike ijike in this area. All right. Okay, maybe you're gonna be having a buys now, right? We have the dot. Okay, so since we have the dot, maybe we take those buys. And then those buys a breaker. So as a breaker, this is what we expect, right? And you see, if it breaks a point, we expect to see right? So we expect to see and then test and then go up, right? So this is what we're expecting. But then a price ivele ijike izela, yabo. So then if kwenzeka lokho now, it's hard to trade, yabo. It's hard to trade, yabo. Awazi ngempela ukuthi direction iyona yiphi ngempela uma uyithathe manje. Yabona ulokhu nje ugembula kahle kahle. There's no clear direction ukuthi ngempela uyaphi, okay? And then i-price is la, yabo. So now you see we have this point, we have this point, we have this point, right? And then as ifika la iphinde futhi i-reject, yabo. Ayifuni futhi ukubreaka nala. So you see ukuthi okay njengamanje you are taking ama-trades amaningi in the same area nakhona price doesn't impulse ngendlela efanele yabo. So then okay, and then you expect to come maybe from here so siyaphezulu uthathe elinye i-trade ephezulu yabo. So then i-price futhi ifika nakhona la you're expecting ukuthi okay, since we had this one, so now as i-price isifike la, maybe you're going to be having something like this. So maybe we'll be having something like this, right? So and then maybe yeah, ngendlela obuka ngayo na ukuthi hayi vele sibona lento le, so masibona lento le vele uthatha ubhayi la and then uthi uyaphezulu, but then you end up in a loss yabo, i-price vele ibuyize la yabo. So it's something engekho right yabo. So if yeah, so with these three market conditions, yeah, you should be avoiding trader in a ranging market, yabo. So the most important thing to know ukuthi what is the state of the market, yabo, or trader zone. So you should know what is it, a bullish market, is it a bearish market, or is it a ranging market, yabo. So before you trade, you should know what momentum ibheke ngaphi, yabo. Yeah, so that's why ukuthi kubalulekile ukuthi wazi lokho ngobani uzokwazi ukuthi how to react when something happens, yabo. So buka nje in that case when ngichaza ranging market bekuzoba nzima ukuthi utrade, yabo, but with these ones bekulula ukutrade ngobani bubuka ukuthi okay market iyalapha, so then this is what I'm gonna do, yabo, because bese being a trend clear ukuthi iyaphezulu noma iyaphansi, right? Yeah, so that's the thing. Okay, with the support and resistance, we have a horizontal support, which is drawn using horizontal lines, and then we have a diagonal support. So a diagonal support is drawn using trend lines. So in the case of a scenario, I was showing you a horizontal support. This is horizontal support, right? Okay, and then we have diagonal support. So diagonal support, it's something like this. Yeah, So a price can be supported diagonally. Diagonally, we can have a support, and then diagonally we can also have a resistance. We can also have a resistance diagonally, right? So yeah, those are the things that you should note. Yeah. Those are the things that you should note. Yeah. So we can have a diagonal support. We can have a diagonal resistance. Yeah. So a resistance is something esuke kuzoba ukuthi ingaphezulu, yabo, and then i-support kuzoba ukuthi ingaphansi. But then once we break i-resistance or i-support, let's just break a resistance. So the resistance is gonna be changing now into our support because sesidlalela ngaphezu kwayo, yabo. So yeah, those are the most important things that you should note about the market. Yeah, the first things and willingness, right? So and then Amazons are what I was expecting explaining. All right, and then we have two states of price movement. Okay, we have impulse and correction, right? So impulse, it's when price moves strongly in the direction of the trend. And then a correction, it's when price returns to test the broken areas after an impulsive move. Before it continues with the direction, right? Okay, let's see on this illustration over here, right? So over here we have an uptrend, right? We have an uptrend here. Yeah, this was an uptrend. Yeah, you see, we had this is our resistance, and then it got broken, and then it turned into a support. Yeah, so that's why we would say this was an uptrend, right? Okay, so now we have to talk about the impulse and correction, right? The impulse, it's when the price mover towards the direction or market, right? So the blue lines are representing impulses, and then the red lines are representing corrections. So angithi i-price bikade ibreakile la, with this impulsive leg. So now with this corrective leg, izotesta that area ebikade i-support. So now izotesta yona before it goes up. Even in this case, la, bewukuthi i-price ibithestela, i-price ibe impulse to the upside with this leg, and then now ibisi correctizer la. But then as it got here, ibe isihluleka-ke ukuthi i-break that high. So as it failed to break that high, then there was a change in the trend. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about the changing of the trend after this one. Yeah, so then we have another impulsive leg here, and then the red leg is a corrective leg. So we have a new trend now, and then so price is now correcting in this manner and then continuing to the downside, right? Okay, so let's see how this works. Okay, all right. So I think you may have understood about the impulses and the corrections. Yeah. So now I'm gonna talk about the change in the direction of the market. How does the direction change? Yeah, because that's the most important thing to know. Also avoid trade in a ranging market. So it's important to know what happens before the market changes direction, right? So let's say we are in a bullish market, yeah, like this one, a bullish market, and then okay, so this is a bullish market. So now, all right, let me just remove these drawings and draw properly. All right, so we're in a bullish market, and now sifuna ukubona ukuthi-ke mangathiwa-ke i-direction isiyashintsha in this case, yenani kumele yenzeke, yabo, right? So since we're in this market, so besithe price is supported with this. So we have a support from here, which turned into resistance, and then another resistance over here, right? So now we want to see how does a direction change, right? So okay, this was a bullish market, and then if a price from here decides to do this, right? So we're expecting an utility. If there's this continuation of the bullish market, we expect a price of easier, right? If we're still continuing with ama buys, we expect a price ukuthi izoza la and then do this, right? All right, and then if price suddenly do this, yeah, maybe comes here and then test this area, right? So yeah, this is what you should note here. All right, so a price, we expected the price would be easy and then it, but then the price yona decided would say it crossed this area, which was our support. Yeah, well, this was our support because was a say in that area. Yeah, well, so this was our support, and then it broke the support area, and then yezala. So as it did that, ibisinika signal ukuthi okay, njengamanje we should be expecting sales, right? To confirm that move, kuzomele kube ukuthi i-price as a pusher towards that support, as a corrector towards that support area, which is now resistance. Kuzomele kube ukuthi as it touches there, kube ukuthi iya-rejecta. As it rejects kuleyo area, then it's a confirmed sell, right? So then you end up with something like this. Yeah, so that's how a direction change. Yeah, that's how it changes. All right, so let's see if we're dealing with a downtrending market or a bearish market. Yeah, would say how does the change in direction happen in this market? So in this case, we're having something like this. So then let's say from here, we're expecting price, expecting a price, so we'll see it's la, and then continue going downwards, right? If there was gonna be a continuation of our sales, it's working in the but then if price suddenly does this, comes back here, and then comes to test this area, and then does this, right? We should know, now we're in a new trend because the rules of the downtrend have been violated. Yeah, that's how you know it. Yeah, so we're in a new trend because the rules of the trend that we were on have been violated. Yeah, so that's how it is. That's how the changes in the trends okay. Yeah, that's how they okay. Right. So in a raging market, I won't be like discussing a lot about them, but what I could show you is what you should expect kuyona mangabe ukuthi siyaphela, right? All right, so in order for you to know what's okay now, this market which is ranging is coming to an end. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing to know. When is it ending? All right. Right, let's clear this first. Right, we have this case. This was our high. These are our lows, right? So now we need to know. Let's see. How do we see what's okay now? This consolidation has come to an end, right? So if price from here decides to do this, then we know we know what's okay now. We're in a downtrend, right? We're in a downtrend because price has broken the support area. This was our support, and then this was our resistance. So if price from here decides to do this, so then we are now in a market whereby it's a selling market. Yeah, we're in a bearish market now because price has gone out of this consolidation situation. Yeah, so it's now selling, right? So another case engaba khona to influence us ukuthi sithathe a direction which goes to the upside could be something like this. Price is somewhere around there, and then it's la. Yeah, so this is yeah, these are the cases angas influence which case touch trades in a ranging market. Yeah, in a ranging market, when it's just to know what's okay, consolidation is happening in this area, and then how I'm gonna react kuyona is ulinda ukuthi iphume in this area, and then I'll know it's okay, now it's safe to take the trades. But if it's still playing around these areas, just don't trade. Yeah, so yeah, that's all. So in the next video, I'll be discussing my patterns that lead us into knowing what's okay. Njengamanje, we're supposed to sell, yabo, because yeah, lana bengisatshengisa structure kuphela. So now we're gonna have to discuss what patterns happen lawa asitshela ukuthi okay, njengamanje, this is what we should expect. So we have ama reversal patterns and ama continuation patterns. Reversal patterns asitshela ukuthi price is now gonna reverse, and then ama continuation patterns asitshela ukuthi price is now gonna be continuing with the direction that it was on. Yabo. So continuation pattern, it happens during a correction. Yeah, it's in a correction. It's when price iqeda break a certain area, and then it goes to test that level. Yeah, so in a correction, that's when kuzobe kwenzeka continuation pattern. Yeah, so yeah, that's the case. So for this video, I'm done. So please ensure to subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of content yeah, so please ensure ukuthi quiz after this video. Yeah, thanks.